Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be continuing some swatches of some blushes, and today's color theme is going to be pink. In my collection of other blushes, I do only have 4 in this category, but there are some pinks in my NARS and my matte collection. So if you're interested in seeing what other blushes I have that are pink, you can check those videos out down below. I'll be sure to link it for you. Just a reminder, with these last bit of blush swatches, I'm just looking at a blush and whatever color I see immediately is what category they're placed in. So if you're interested in these pink blushes, I hope you decide to stay tuned. We're going to get into some swatching. So as per usual, I have my napkin on standby, and today's blush brush is going to be the MAC 116, bringing it back. This has been with me for a very long time. And for the one cream blush in this category, I'm going to be using a sponge. I know it's dirty, but I really just used it a couple times. Long story short, my brother was in a play and I had to do his makeup, so it's just brown eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the clean side of it. And this sponge was kindly given to me in PR by BK Beauty. The first blush in this category is going to be Ginger Pop, and this is from Clinique. This was the blush that introduced me to the Clinique Cheek Pop line, and after I got this one, I was hooked. I do have one other one to show you in the next video, and I'm interested in a couple more. Haven't got to it yet because I'm still trying to go to other different brands and try blushes from there, but I do have a feeling that eventually I'll get back to getting more blushes of these because they're so pretty. So I'm going to tap this in, and this is a baked formula that isn't soft. It's not like the Becca formula, which will also show up in this category. It is heavily pressed into the pan, and I do prefer that just so that nothing is, flying everywhere, but it does give off really good pigmentation. So right on the cheeks. And I like the way that this builds up. It's not very intense when you place it onto the cheeks. You have time to build and diffuse, which is my preference in blushes. And one of the things that heavily attracts me to this formula is that the finish of this product, there is a bit of like a glow, but it's not from shimmer. Very much that mineralized finish, kind of sheeny on the cheeks. So there's no sparkles, no glitter on there, but it's just a healthy flush. You can see how well that built up on the cheeks. So pretty, and being that it is the spring season, this is going to be like a really good blush to be wearing on the daily. And given my complexion, which is an NC35, NC37, I always forget to say this at the beginning of the video. For Fenty Pro Filter, I am the number 240, and for ColourPop Pretty Fresh, I am 80W. But even on my complexion, it really shows up very nicely on the cheeks. I try and do this like weird circular movement with my head just so the light can catch that glow that I'm trying to explain to you. So good. It's such a pretty blush, and the hype that these blushes get is well deserved. Okay, moving on to the next cheek, we're going to move on to Becca, and I think that's going to be the best transition to show you the difference between the baked formulas. And we have this blush here, which is like a mineralized blush. It's very powdery. I do want to talk about the reflect a little bit because the base color on here is pink. When you swatch it on your hands, you see the pink underneath, but because it's heavily infused with shimmer, the gold reflect in it turns the blush color to look a little bit more peachy, but the base tone is definitely pink. And with the shift, you can see more pink and more gold depending on how the lighting is hitting your face. So look at that pigment. There is a lot of kick up on here, but I mean, just a little tap, it goes away. This was my first blush from Becca, and I was pleasantly surprised with how much I liked it. It does show up on my skin tone. It's not difficult to control. And if you like shimmer in your blush, I think that this is a great option because with the way your face turns, it looks gold, as in like a highlighter, or it looks pink from the undertone, and sometimes it just looks peach from the combination of the two. But after I got this blush, I was pretty hooked, and it's what ended up making me want to get Wild Honey. But how pretty is this Songbird shade, right? I hope you're able to see that reflect and kind of shift in shade as I move my cheeks. So there are our first 2 shades. We have Clinique's Cheek Pop in Ginger Pop on this side, and then we have Becca Mineral Blush in Songbird on this side. let's move on to the final two. Okay, so the first of these last two blushes is going to be a Tom Ford blush, and this is in the shade Ravish. Now, is this not a perfect pink for deeper complexions? It is. It's stunning. The blush does have specks of glitter in it, different to something like Songbird where it's very infused into the blush. There's just tiny specks here and there, and this is another softer blush, but not quite like the Becca blushes. This can go pretty deep on me. I find that Tom Ford blushes are very pigmented, and some of the deeper shades I only need a little bit like that, but the way these blushes blend out, I really have been enjoying my Tom Ford blushes. I know they are crazy expensive. I don't agree with the price, but they are really beautiful blushes. I mean, one dab into the blush and that's it. Like, that's all I need. The finish kind of looks more like the Clinique finish than the Becca one, where it's just this subtle sheen, and the tiny specks of glitter in there, they don't show up on the cheeks. So there we have Ravish. We're going to be moving on to this cream blush from Honest Beauty, and this is their blush in Peony Pink. I think I used this in my last Get Ready With Me, just kind of dabbed it across my nose, heavily onto my cheeks, and I really liked it. It's very fresh and youthful looking. Taking the clean side of the sponge, dabbing it in like this. And I like to use a sponge with this blush. Look at that. Doesn't look like it'll give you much in the pan, but on the cheeks, it's gonna show up. It's a little like pastel on the skin, which is pretty cool and very appropriate for spring, I think. And with that cream finish, it looks glowy. It looks, again, very youthful and very on trend. And I don't know about you guys out there, but for me as an oily skin person, finishes like this or something that's kind of more cream to powder works better for me. I can't really do well with a balmier finish. They have a little bit more of like, not Vaseline, but it kind of has a bit of that finish and quality to it. And with my oils, it's just no bueno. I really like this blush, and I've been using it a lot lately. So here we have Honest Beauty Peony Pink. So here's the final look of these two blushes. We have Tom Ford's Ravish, so pretty, and then we have Honest Beauty's Cream Blush in Peony Pink. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me in this blush swatch video. The next one will be the final video where the blushes are going to be a little bit on the purple side. And I'm hoping to film that video this week and hopefully upload it by the end of the week or early next week. I do have a haul coming up, and I'm also going to be swatching some new blushes that I purchased because it was majority of my haul. So I hope you're looking forward to that. And thank you so much for joining me in this one. If you're interested in anything that I have on my face, whether that's my eyes, my skin, or my lips, be sure to check the description box down below. There I will post all of the products that I use to put this makeup look together, but you can also check me out on Instagram. There I post all of my makeup looks along with all the products in the caption. Till the next video, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys.